Hello, we are live. Hello, my name is Cindy, and thank you for coming to my channel. And I have a friend coming today, and I'm sure you all are coming to see Meredith, so I'm going to bring her on right now. Hello, Meredith. Woo!
Yay! I cannot
Great.
believe I'm actually talking to you. I actually can see you. We're not
This is so great.
because I'm telling you,
Yeah.
it's so funny because when I watch the chats and stuff like that, y'all are talking or whatever, and I just want to answer. I just want to talk, and I can't. You have to type it all in.
Well, here you go. Now you get to.
There you go.
Here's your chance.
Oh boy.
All right, so Meredith, this is awesome. Well, to those friends that a lot of people are anxious to see you because you have been following a lot of our YouTube channels. So thank you very much for following and to, be there in the chat box. And also Meredith and I were supposed to meet in Atlanta, and journey just didn't happen, and then I was still gonna go and we were still gonna meet up, and then then they canceled the NBA, and then I'm like, this is too big, I can't just go on a trip. I wish they had though, but the thing, I wasn't afraid of the virus necessarily, I was more afraid of getting stuck and not being able to get back from Atlanta.
That would be it.
That was the part that scared me, and then I'm like, maybe it would not be a bad thing because I would have an extended vacation.
I wouldn't be able to go anywhere. Everything would be closed.
That's true. Yeah. But I did watch the people that went to Journey. They had a little video of, I think there were 8 of them that actually went. Did you see any? I think it was kind of a private video. I don't think they made a big deal out of it, but Shannon, Shannon, I think it's Mabry. She was in the group, and it looked like it was a lot of fun, but they were sitting in the lobby, and there was, all the chairs were up on the tables, nobody's here, when you close down a restaurant. And you could see people in the background vacuuming and everything. And they were sitting in a circle playing games and partying.
Yeah, well, that's
so
what
I
didn't have a ticket or anything. I was still fairly new, because I had just had my first class November 29th or something.
Oh, yeah.
And so, I go on, I'm like, oh, I'm going to go. It's in Atlanta. And then I heard everybody talking, the tickets went like that. So I thought, I'll just go bandit. I'll just go hang out in the hotel lobby.
Yeah, and you could have gone actually once they even closed down, but that was the thing, that they were shutting streets down, they were shutting everything down. So yeah, it was just a really sad situation.
It's still sad. It's still crazy.
It is very sad. Yeah, Atlanta doesn't look like it's doing well right now.
It's pockets. I think it's just everywhere. There's little pockets of bad, and then other places it's fine. But I'm south, so I'm about, I don't know, maybe an hour and 20 minutes from Atlanta south. So I'm pretty far away. We live in a little small town, So I mean, we have our trouble, but.
Yeah. We live in, we are an hour from Boston, and Boston's a disaster too. So, yeah. So I don't know how many people are going to watch right now because, I'm sure everybody's got busy stuff going on, but a lot of people go back and watch the playbacks, as you know.
Yeah.
So we'll just carry on because I'm sure we're going to get lots of playbacks on this one. So I like to start out just giving you a chance to tell us about yourself.
Let's see. Well, my name is Meredith Armistead, as you can see on the screen. I am originally from Florida. I was born and raised in Florida, Northwest Florida, and Pensacola.
Oh, okay. I think you told me that.
Yeah, because your son goes to school there. And through the years, I've just made my way to Georgia. So I've been in Georgia, gosh, maybe 12 years now, 11, 12, right around there. So, and no plans to go anywhere until I retire, I guess, back to Florida. What else about me? Let's see. I'm a marathon runner. I've run 12 marathons.
Wow, that is amazing.
12.
Wow.
I was supposed to
Good
run.
for you.
It's a lot of work.
That
It's
is.
hard, but I mean, the actual marathon is not the problem. The hard part is the training, because you have to train
Right.
for so long, and every or every other weekend you'll do a 17-mile run, then the next weekend is 18, and then 19, 20.
Wow.
So you have run a lot before you actually get to the actual marathon itself. So I was supposed to do 13 up in Minnesota, right outside of Minnesota.
Wow. So you travel for these.
But it was closed. Yeah, they
Okay.
canceled it and closed it down. I'll show you some of my medals. Do you want to see some?
Oh, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
Sure.
I have
Of
to move
course.
the camera, and I have to so ignore the mess.
And you're in the weight loss group, right? You're in Micah's weight loss group.
No, I
Are
don't
you in it? No.
think
Okay.
so. Okay,
Well, you need to be.
here are
Wow, that is so
sorry.
awesome.
This is the biggest one. Look, it's like as big as.
Wow.
Can you see? It's huge.
That is amazing. Yeah. Where was that? Is that Vegas or?
This was in Little Rock, Arkansas.
Okay, Little Rock, Arkansas. Okay.
We've got Georgia,
Wow.
Birmingham, New Orleans.
Wow.
Got Florida, Georgia, Florida.
So do you get a medal just for being in it, or did you place in it?
Oh, Lord, no, I did not place.
Okay.
No, you just, everybody's a winner. So
Okay.
everybody gets a
That's
medal.
awesome.
No,
Okay.
you have to really be top notch to
Wow.
win. Or,
Have you ever gone to Disney? I know they have marathons.
that was my first one. Yeah.
Okay. Your first one?
Very
Okay.
first one. Yep.
Okay. My brother does that one. Is it like right after Christmas or something?
Yeah, it's in January every year.
January. Okay. Yeah, my brother goes to that with his daughter.
Yeah, but
He's older than me. He's like 3 years older than me.
yeah. So I do that.
That's great.
What do I do? My husband and I travel a lot. He works for the airlines, so it's
Awesome. Oh, wow.
So we've been all over. Everywhere. We've been to Rome, Amsterdam, Barcelona. We went to Ireland. I don't know, Aruba, Caribbean, Hawaii, all over Canada. I'm trying to think of where else we've been. Japan. So we've been a bunch. We travel a lot. We love to travel. We love the beach. So we're just kind of.
Now, do you have kids?
No kids.
No kids. Okay.
No kids. So that makes
Wow.
it easier. And this is the second marriage for both of us, but neither one of us had kids going into it. Yeah, we dated for about 8 years, and then we got married 2 years ago. This will be. Isn't that terrible? I'm like, when's our anniversary?
Wow.
Let's see, our anniversary's coming up, so it'll be 2 years. We got married in Vegas because we just wanted to have fun with our friends. So I got a picture.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Elvis.
Wow. Well, he is a very lucky guy. That's all I can say.
Yeah, I didn't the Elvis guy at first. We found the little chapel, and I'll show you a picture of the little.
Well, that's where Micah lives. He's the administrator for the weight loss group, and he lives in Vegas. I'm not really a big Vegas person myself. You probably know that, but
yeah,
I've heard there's a lot of nice places. My husband actually went when we had 3 little kids. He got a free trip with his work to go to Vegas, and most people would have been like jumping on a plane with their husband and going, but the company would give him a certain amount of money, and we had 3 little kids, and I'm like, I can't leave my kids at home. I was that kind of mom, like couldn't ever leave my kids for anything. And so he actually went to Vegas by himself. And we actually had extra money because I didn't go, so we bought a refrigerator. But when I meet young couples now, I'm like, go on the trip. Go on the trip. The
Just
kids will
go
be
on the
fine.
trip. Yeah.
Go on the trip.
Well, it has changed a lot. It's changed a lot over the years. I mean, we go every year. We're going to go this year in July. We're going to try to go, but we don't really do a whole lot of gambling. My husband does just a little bit. He has a certain amount that he wants to spend, and he doesn't go over that. And so, we'll go, but we like to go to the pool. We like to people watch. We
It's
always
very pretty.
walk around and we'll see a show. And
he actually went golfing, and he said it was the nicest golfing place he's ever been.
yes, that's what we've heard.
That's his favorite memory. Yeah.
Carrie's
And
a golfer.
but Micah has shown some really pretty scenery, like places. Like there's a Chinese place, like Chinatown or something, that looks really cool.
Oh, I've never seen that. I mean, we've been out. We've been to Hoover Dam and the I think it's called Red Rock or whatever. We went out there, so we do kind of escape the Vegas part.
Yeah.
And do excursions or whatever.
Well, I think that's why it started, though, is because people went there because it was so beautiful and the weather was so nice, and then everything just grew up around it. But yeah, so I know people that have moved out there, and it's not really for the city itself. So
yeah,
I trust that it's a nice place. I wouldn't mind going to visit just to check it out.
I mean, you still have to have an open mind. You really kind of have to just, if you see it, whatever you see in Vegas stays in Vegas or whatever,
Yeah, that's what they said about the journey. Like, I really wanted to go to that was the last journey, I think, wasn't it, in Vegas? And I wanted to go so bad, but I'm like, it wasn't going to be a good time for me. And that's what I'm like, tell us about it. Show us a picture there. They give us a little bit, but then they said, most of it stayed in Vegas. And I'm like,
I don't know if I'm a member of Micah's group. I'll join stuff, but then sometimes I just kind of hide it from my feed, and then I'll kind of go back and check. But I can't remember if I did his group or not. I'm not real sure. But the other thing, let's see, I wanted to say about myself, so I can just put it out there. Celiac and gluten-free is a real thing. It's real.
Okay.
I have celiac.
Okay.
I was diagnosed back in 2007. I had been kind of sick and then was on and off in the emergency room. Well, it ended up being my gallbladder of all things. And so after I had my gallbladder removed, maybe not even a year after that, I started getting really, really, really sick and losing lots of weight. And just, my cousin was like, are you doing drugs? Because my hair was icky and I had dark circles. And
wow.
Like, no, I'm just sick. They don't know what's wrong. I had tons of, tests. And, it was just a simple blood test. They just had to, take some blood and send it off. And, the doctor had said that we would know in about 10 days. And within 3 days, he called me back. And he said, I have to eat my words, because he had kind of said at the doctor's office, nobody eats that much bread, and my sister was like, what? And so the doctor was like, I'll have to eat my words, but you have celiac and you have to go on a gluten-free diet right now. And so, after it took a couple of weeks for my symptoms and kind of the sickness that I was having to go away. But then about 2 years later, it was maybe a year to 2 years later, it's almost like I just woke up one day and I'm like, gosh, I feel good. I feel really good.
Wow,
you just don't realize how much food, if you have an allergy, affects your body, and you don't realize how bad you felt until you actually feel good, but it is real. And people are like, oh, gluten-free diet, or whatever. And honestly, I don't believe that if you don't have celiac, you really don't need to be on a gluten-free diet. I mean, unless, you just have a few stomach issues or whatever, but, everybody's like, oh, I'm on a gluten-free diet. And, I just don't think you really need to do that. But it is good for me because restaurants and stuff now are starting to have choices and stuff. So that's good on that.
Well, I think that I've experienced people with it. And I think sometimes people, they realize that gluten kind of makes them feel bad, but it's not necessarily celiac disease, you know, like,
Yeah.
so, and that kind of ruins it because people, if they cheat, because we've come to the conclusion, me and my daughter, we talk about it, that people that really have celiacs, like they really have it, and they're going to be careful, and they're not going to cheat every now and then.
Never.
Because they know how hard it is to live
I mean,
with
it's
that.
terrible. It's terrible.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I've had 2 restaurants that I've gotten sick from, and I don't go back. I just say, don't go back. You know, we call and we're like, yeah, but what are they going to say? I'm sorry. You know, there's not really anything they can do. And then twice I've bought something at the grocery store, and, you know, I just made the mistake, and I was careless twice, and that was it. You know, and now I read everything, and before I cook, I even double check, you know, just to make sure, because it's really, really bad. It's a bad sickness. I mean, I feel like I'm dying. Like I want to go to the hospital. But I can't even imagine getting off the bathroom floor to walk to the front door. I mean, it's terrible.
Wow.
It's terrible. So,
well, I'm glad you're feeling better.
Yeah.
That is so great that we can, you know, test for things like that now.
Yeah.
And that's why with everything going on, you know, people, just because I don't want the immunization that they're talking about, doesn't mean I don't believe in medical intervention, because, you know, I have 13 kids, so I've benefited from the medical community.
I don't want the COVID test. It's like, if I get sick, I'm just going to quarantine and be like, I've got it.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't want that thing going up into my brain. And
my mother was going to have it done because she had to get a checkup the other day, and I'm like, Mom, it is horrible. Like, you do not want that test. And so she went in. She did not have to have it. But then she's like, I think I would have been fine. I'm like, you're crazy. Like, everybody says it's terrible.
Terrible. I know. That's what I heard. They do one side first, and then all of a sudden you know what's coming. So if I ever had to get it, I'd be like, okay, do it all at one time. Do both sides.
I can't even imagine it.
It makes me want to sneeze.
Oh my word. I can't even imagine it. So I wanted to say hello to Kelly. Kelly was first.
Oh, hi, Kelly.
So hello, Kelly. And Tim showed up.
Hi, Tim.
I love StreamYard, Tim. I think it's great, and I learned it from you. Thank you. But I'm doing the free version. So I know he had like a moving banner the last interview or thing that he did. So I'm like, okay, now I got to learn that one. And then you were his referral?
Yes. Okay. So I have a story. I have a story about that. So no offense to anybody, but
didn't I meet you first? No, I'm just kidding.
Well, I think I saw your videos first, but
my goodness, you shouldn't have told me that. I was first, Tim. Give me the $100.
That's my story with no offense to anybody. Okay, so I started seeing VIPKID come up on one of my Georgia Pre-K teacher Facebook pages. And I was like, you know, because I'm trying to position myself to get out of the lead teacher role, because I'm tired of lesson plans, and I'm tired of conferences, and I need a break for a little while. So I thought I need something to supplement my income, because obviously my salary is going to go down from teacher to assistant, because I still want to work because the insurance and all that. Right. And so I kept seeing it, hem and haw, back and forth. And finally, I kept getting on, and I'd listen to videos while I was driving to work. And I stumbled across, you know, all of the really pretty, sweet girls. And they are, now that I've watched,
they are very nice. Yeah.
And stuff like that. They're very, very sweet. Yeah. But when you first start seeing it, you're like,
are they actresses or are they for real? Yeah.
I know. And then I'm like, okay, I need to find somebody normal, just a normal person like me. And so I ran across your videos and then Tim's videos, and it didn't really have anything to do with the videos. I just thought, you know what? I'm just going to go with a guy, because I just feel like the guy would be more honest. I don't know. Then no, I'm
Wow.
sorry.
I am as honest as they come, Meredith. Come on.
I know. Okay, I know now. Now that
I
I
have not, yeah, I have not gotten any referrals from YouTube, but I've gotten some from my iPad group.
yeah,
Like
but
that,
now that I've met people and seen them and talked to them, when you don't know anything, you just have to go by what your instincts are telling you.
yeah.
But
Well,
Tim
I'll
was
tell you
great.
what.
He was great.
I tell you what, I watched a bunch of videos now. I've been in 2 years. So that was 2 years ago. There weren't as many as there are now. And I felt the same way, like, how can I do this? Like, are they going to turn me away because I'm not like, what they want? It's China, right? They can pick and
Yeah.
choose. And so, but I didn't catch the thing about the referral. But I am very skeptical whenever like these people with thousands of views say, message me, I'll be your friend. I don't believe it.
I'll give you
Like,
all the help you
you
want.
will not. You're just trying to, get me to click on you. No, I'm not doing it.
And
But
then you
like,
think,
yeah. So my referral came from a frugal family because I was thinking about it. I was checking into it, watching the videos, and somebody asked on a frugal family group, and the girl it's Kate. She's actually in the YouTubers group. Kate Forsberg. She like answered the question. So then I went and messaged her. So she's kind of a normal person like me. Like she doesn't have tons of referrals, but I just was still weirded out. She's like, well, just, we'll Skype. And I'm like, I don't know. I was just really weirded out. And I have talked to people online for many years, actually. I have online groups that I've been in, so I know that that's possible, but I was still weirded out. But it all worked out. But that's how I did it. I did not just go click on a video that somebody said, message me, I'll be your friend. I was like, that's just weird.
yeah, but I mean, Tim was right on it. I mean, he answered the emails, and you could tell that the emails they weren't auto-generated. I mean, he may have a few that are auto-generated, but you can tell that he actually takes the time to write it out. And I mean, I don't have any referrals. That's just, he was talking about that yesterday in his I watched his video yesterday, his live thing or whatever it was. I can't remember what it was called. Sorry, Tim. But
he helped YouTubers yesterday.
Yes, yeah. So, he was like, it's just not for everybody. And I'm like, dang, that's me. I mean, that's just not me. I just want to work and make my little bit of, if I can make 600 to 1,000 extra a month, I'm good to go. I'll help people, but they're going to have to find me. I'm just not one to get out there and do it.
I think that's kind of the original intent was, we'll you can work here and then just tell your friends. And if you have a friend, but because of those huge incentives, it got everybody going. Like I can make more money referring people than actually. So I made 1 month I got 4 referrals. So I made an extra $100 that month. So that was pretty awesome.
Yeah. I mean, the money there.
It's been a while now because so many people are referring now,
Yeah. Well, especially on OwlSchool, $200 after your referral. I'm thinking, man, I need to refer, but then I can't do it.
Yeah.
I can't. So
I actually got one referral because she had talked to me about other stuff, and then she saw a video on OwlSchool, and she's like, "You're doing that too?" So, but I haven't taught any classes yet, so
yeah,
you can still refer.
I'm usually pretty private. I don't put a lot of stuff on Facebook, and I don't put myself out there a whole lot. Like, you're like, let me interview you like 4 months ago. I'm like, okay.
I know.
Okay, later.
Okay. We understand. Like, not everybody is interested in that kind of thing, and people are like, well, they're going to find me. I'm like, they're going to find you anyway. Like nowadays, there's really not much in the way of secrets. So you're going to have to just accept it, you know.
Yeah.
That's
But
okay.
I didn't put my VIPKID stuff on Facebook, but I did put my OutSchool stuff on because I thought, oh, I'm gonna have to do some little bit of advertising. So I
Yeah.
put it on there and just sort of let it go.
Yeah.
But
And you probably have friends at your school, or
yeah,
you just never know.
yeah, but I don't I'm not friends at school with parents or
Oh, okay.
teachers or anybody. I have
Wow.
one teacher that moved to Minneapolis that I was going to
You're
go up
one of
and
those
do the
smart
marathon,
people.
and she was like, "Okay, I'm not in the school system. I'm in a different state. Will you please friend me?" And I'm like, "Okay." So she's the only one, but I don't have no parents, nobody, not even my assistant. I just, and it's not that I have anything bad on my Facebook page. I barely have anything at all, but I
Well,
just,
I had to crack up. This is what happened to my family. My older kids were around 18 when Facebook first came out. And I'm like, no, you're not. And at that time, 18 was no to everything. I was saying, no, you can't do this. You can't do that. You can't do this. I mean, I was like, it seemed like everything they wanted to do was a no, just because it's not a safe world that we live in. I was being protective, you know. I mean, they did have a car. They did have, you know, the ability to do certain things. But
right,
then they wanted Facebook, and I said, no. And then I was like, okay, you can have Facebook, but I have to have the password, and I'm going to
mhm.
check your stuff and blah, blah, blah. So that lasted about 2 seconds. But I got into it. And now my kids have realized, like my one daughter who really wanted to do it, I was talking to her about it. She's like, no, I deleted my entire Facebook account. And then another daughter, she only does a little bit of Facebook, and she does like a makeup group, and she does our family group. We have like a group with just our family.
Right. Mhm.
And so stuff like that. So we have use of it, but they're very limited. So I'm
Yeah.
more like open, because if I had little kids, I might be more cautious, but my
Right.
kids are older. I really don't have much to lose.
Yeah. Well, a lot of the
So
kids, even these days, my nephew is 22, and he doesn't. He's like, that's for old people, he says. And we're like, oh,
and
but
like Instagram and all that, and I'm like, to me, that's just. I know it's got something good about it, but I haven't figured it out yet. So
yeah.
I just want to say hi to Laura. I don't want to leave her out. Laura H. She is here. Thank you for coming, Laura. And Tim says he's actually a scam artist. I'm going to put that right up in public here.
Hey, that could be the title.
If you don't
That's your
trust him,
title.
come to me. What's that?
That's your title for your what's it called, for your thumbnail? You want to know who the scam artist is? He said make it short, make people want to see it.
Yeah. Exposing Tim, the scam artist. Come
Everybody be
on.
like, click, click, click. 1,000 views.
Kelly's got her second class. I love her class. I think she's doing the American Girl class.
Oh, OutSchool? Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. I have 6 kids signed up.
Good for
I started
you.
with 1 the other day, and today I have 6. So I'm so excited. Of
Oh,
course,
that's great. And
I'm
Gwen,
nervous.
I just want to get Gwen in here. So what is your school class?
Well, my OutSchool class, I've always done pre-K age kids, like the last 14 years. So I thought, well, that's what I know. So my first class is called Monster Math, counting 1 to 10. And so I have a couple little finger play songs to do, and I've got a story. Of course, we're going to do some introductions and stuff like that. And
So this is for what ages?
3 to 5.
Okay.
Just 3 to 5, and then everybody that signed up is 3 so far. One parent emailed me. I got the email this morning and said, my son is 2.8 years old. Can we do your class? He loves numbers. He's always counting. I'm like, sure, come on. I'd love to have him. So I thought, don't say no. Just bring him in. I can always mute him if he's going crazy, rolling around or whatever. But
right.
So it's just it's a counting. Then we're gonna roll a dice, and whatever number it lands on, they're going to have to draw a little monster. Have the little, like, 1 is mouth and 2 is nose and 3 is, So we're going to do that. And then the second one that I have up is a 4-day. I only listed it for 1 week in July. It's an all about me. 5 senses, my favorite things, pets, emotions. Good. So I just have those 2 right now.
So what are you planning to do without school? Like, do you want to just keep repeating the same class, or you're going to try to do more?
I don't know. It depends on how it goes. Like when I sent in my my interview and stuff, I kind of sort of was going to focus on like morning circle type stuff, but I was like, it might be easier just to sort of hone in on a few different little things. So I've got a color, learning colors one kind of thought out, and I'm trying to figure out like a rhyming class.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's hard to say. I wish they had like a chart of like the ages that people sign up, because it's like you're kind of a shot in the dark whether it's going to be attractive, or like with the knitting, are there going to be enough kids that want to do it?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's kind of like you have no idea.
It is. It's just a shot in the dark. I mean, I had one the other day. Now I have 6. So I'm going to keep just a couple classes out there. Our school is probably, I don't know, going to be starting back in August. So I can't really do a whole lot. I just sort of was wanting to get in while I could, because I have a feeling they're not just going to hire everybody. I have a feeling they're going to kind of stop and slow down for a little bit. My guess is as soon as summer's over, they're going to see what the need is again in the fall, and maybe, but of course I'm just guessing. I don't know. But
you know what I think it's really, really weird. I mean, I could find the email, but I had sent Nancy Taylor a letter before we were all shut down. And I said, somebody needs to do something like VIPKID in America.
Well, you talked about that on one of your chats. I remember.
I actually sent her an email and she never responded back to me. Yeah. And I was like, why don't you try it? Like I was giving her the idea, like she could start her own company.
Like you do it. Yeah.
I don't have the know-how. Like
no, I am not tech savvy.
Outschool is basically the kind of thing. I didn't know it existed though. So
I wish they would group the classes according to age somehow,
Yeah.
Because it'd be easier for parents, I think, to find it, because you can go in and type the teacher's name, obviously. You can type in, sometimes you can type in like counting and you won't see it. And then and then if I type in my title, it comes right up, but people don't know really like your title. So I feel like it kind of gets lost a little bit. I feel like if they grouped it by age somehow.
Well, like I have my boys, like I signed in as a parent, and so I have ages 12 to 16. So every week they send you like according to what you say you like or want.
Okay. So they send you
the classes that are available.
Okay, yeah. So that's pretty much what I'm talking about.
I just send it to the parents. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see it from the parent side.
Right.
Because I don't have any kids.
Yeah, because sometimes I'm like, oh, I'm not even a teacher yet, and you're sending me emails, but they're sending it to me as a parent.
As a parent, yeah.
But even then, it's like they do send you like according like math classes that are available.
Okay.
There's a teacher that's doing like escape room ones. Those seem to be really popular.
Yeah. That's some planning.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anything that goes over, 25.
There's a lot of amazing, talented stuff. Like I've been clicking on the teachers and watching the videos, and I'm like, oh my goodness, there are some amazing people. One guy, like his mother had an art studio, so he did all of her art classes, and he's also a musician, and he also is like a historian, and I'm like, oh my word. These people are amazing.
I'll teach some counting and maybe some rhyming,
Yeah. I think that the little kids' classes are popular, though.
Yeah, I think so. It's just going to be honing in on times that are good. But like I say, when school starts, I'm really not going to be able to do much of it. It's going to be, during breaks and summers, I guess. But at least I'm in, so.
Yeah, that's great.
And I did think about, because I'm an early bird. Like, I do it all early. So I thought about scheduling some classes like at 4 a.m. because it would be like
Yeah.
5 hours later, 6 hours later over in Europe, which would be 9 or 10 in the morning.
Well, I've heard some Chinese kids actually do stuff like this. Like, I don't know, I heard people in other countries that are like around the world can also do, I don't know what countries or whatever. I have a question. I got an email. Tim, have you ever gotten, I don't know if he's still here. Have you ever gotten an email from someone? No, it was a message, Facebook message, saying that they want teachers like doing what we're doing for VIP Kid, 4 or 5 students at a time, and you can like let me know what you want to charge, like a private person,
I
not
haven't
a,
gotten
not an American. It looked like a Chinese name. I didn't answer it.
really.
I know. I'm like, I don't want to call it. They
Swipe
think I'm
right.
really awesome. But I
Yeah,
wondered how many people got emails like that or messages like that.
I haven't gotten anything. I'm sure it's coming though. With you know,
Yeah.
they
So
just
I
want
was
your information.
wondering if Tim got that. Yeah. And they said they'd send it to PayPal. So that's kind of safer than give me your credit card number. I would know that one.
I know, that's what I was worried about on VIP Kid, like your banking information. So I did on the my Georgia Facebook pre-K whatever it's called. That Facebook page, I said, "Does anybody work for VIP Kid?" And so I messaged back and forth with a girl, and she said, "Oh yeah, it's perfectly safe. It's fine." So I didn't know her personally, but she was in the Facebook group. So she said, "Yeah, just give them your bank
I
info."
don't think I would ever say it's perfectly fine and perfectly safe.
Because
Like that is
yeah,
really, really a lot of faith. But
I'll wake up one day and be wiped out, and we're going to be
well,
like, "Oh,
the thing is, like right now, I don't know if you watched Micah's video about the, what do you call it? I can't remember the word now, but different things that are happening in the company. I'm wondering if the company got like changed hands or something. And so what I have for my bank is I have a separate bank account than my family account. Not that I have a lot of money. I probably have more money in my VIP. I should probably open another account. So,
you're
because
making too much money."
I'm saving money because I'm not, I'm staying home. So I'm
Yeah,
actually saving money. So, but I have, I already had a separate account because I did like Pampered Chef and other stuff.
yeah, yeah.
So I would recommend that, like have a separate account and
Well, I
then,
have a separate account. My husband has his account, and
yeah,
I have mine. Just because we were older when we got married, and I'm like, I'm not going into a bank account with you. We're just going to have our own. It'll be fine. He's like, he was like, yes, great. He's like, you don't need a debit card of mine, do you? I'm like, nope, I've got my own.
yeah. Well,
So,
that's the thing. Like I do that. Like I have my husband's family account, but my goal when I started VIP Kid was I don't want to have to use that card because he uses it for family stuff. He fixes all the cars, he pays
yeah,
all the bills. And I'm like, and I'm just keeps taking money out and he doesn't know what's happening. And that's just not a really good situation.
yeah. That's what I just wanted. I just want, like I say, 500 to 1,000 a month, and I've been doing that. It's been pretty good. I mean, I was so busy in March. I mean, my husband's like, "You're working again?" I'm like, "Yeah," but then it really did slow down. But honestly, I'm okay with it, because
Yeah.
you do,
You get to a point you've got to slow down.
yeah, you
Yeah.
start getting a little tired. So I'm like, "Don't overdo
Especially if
it."
you're running marathons and yeah. So let's get back to my list, Meredith.
Oh my goodness gracious, we've covered a lot.
Yeah. So what is your schedule? What's your VIP kid?
My schedule is Normally my schedule is early mornings. Like I'll get up, I'll just tell you my during school schedule because that's the norm. I'll open my schedule from like 1 o'clock in the morning until like 3:30, maybe my last class. So I'm done by 4.
Yeah.
I meet my friends at 5 to run. We run from 5 to 6. And then I either go to the gym and shower and get ready for school and go to school. And I don't do any night classes. And then I'm in bed by 8:30. So it's early mornings, kind of overnights, but not really. Because if I get to bed at 8:30 and I can get up at 12, I need more sleep than that, but I'll do okay. And then all my slots don't book. My schedule has.
What's your earliest class then?
Usually? 1 a.m. is usually my
really
earliest class. Now,
wow.
the summer, I started pushing it back to 3 o'clock. And my 1 o'clocks followed me to 3 o'clock.
Do you book like 5 a.m.? No, 5 a.m. and 5:30 a.m.?
No.
Okay, because I've been starting at 6, and sometimes I'll get a 5:30. But when I was teaching school, I wanted 5 and 5:30, and they didn't always book.
Yeah, I'm done by 4:30 because 5 and 6 is my workout or my run.
Oh, okay. So you don't want those hours.
Yeah, so I don't really want them because then it just kind of messes up everything, and I can't function after I get home from brick and mortar school. I'm just like a mess, not really a mess, but
that's exhausting.
I just eat and go to bed,
Wow.
So, no, I'm early morning.
Does your husband do marathons too?
No. Oh my gosh. No. He doesn't do anything. I will tell you.
Wow.
We've got like every piece of workout equipment in the basement. And, he's like, I think I'm going to buy the whatever. And I'm like, I want to say no, but then I'm like, okay, yeah, why don't you go ahead and do that? Because I know I'll get down there and use it. He doesn't use a thing.
Wow.
He doesn't.
My husband's always like the kind that does all or nothing. Like he wants to be, if he starts running, he wants to run the Boston Marathon. Like, so I kept telling him for a long time to just walk, just do something. Doesn't have to be all or nothing. So he's finally done that, and he's lost like over 30 pounds now.
Yeah. Now my husband can lose if he works at it. He does, and he loses it quick. Of course, all men lose it quick, but
yeah,
we ride bikes together and we walk and stuff like that.
Oh, good.
But he just, he's not a runner, and sometimes he'll work out. Yeah, he just. So he works. He loves cars. He has 3 240Zs, like 1970s, like old Zs that he's restoring and all that. And he has an
that's fun.
Jeep, and he's into cars, so that's his.
Okay, that's his thing. Okay, well, that sounds cool.
So my schedule, back to my schedule, it really has always been Swiss cheese, and I just think it always will be. Just holes everywhere. Someone called it Swiss cheese one time. That's why I say
yeah, I get it.
Places but honestly, I get so stressed out if I have 4 or 5 in a row. I'm like, oh my God, I try real hard to finish at 25 minutes, but I usually go to 27. But
yeah,
so I like to put a little spacer in there every now and then.
Yeah, it works out. Like I try to open all mine, but if I have even like today, I had a space. I had 2, and then there's 2 spaces and then 2 more. So I opened short notice, but I kept, once one filled, I closed the other one.
Yeah.
But then I had a Starlight trial today. Oh my word. She was doing the harder one. I don't know. Have you ever done Starlight trials?
No, I've put it in process, but I haven't.
It was the harder one. There's one that's really easy, and it's starfish and, crabs. Mm-hmm. Then there's one that's harder, and they have to read. She could not read anything. So fortunately, Starlight, you can end up at 20 minutes. Yeah. I was like, this is going to be the longest 20 minutes of smiling I have done in a long time.
I have about 9. I think I have 9 supplemental classes that I can do, that I've certified for. There's a few more, but I just
Well, this one was like, usually when I do trials, I say, the student is ready, this is so exciting. I want them to be in my class. And this one was like, the student was not ready. She would do better in an easier level.
Yeah.
Because she couldn't read anything. But when I said one word, I figured out that she could repeat one word at a time.
Mm-hmm.
So I said one word, so then I had to just do words and just have fun with it, because to just sit there and expect her to read for 20 minutes, it was not going to happen.
Yeah.
So,
I only do levels. I do level 1, 2, and 3, and that's it. And I am just getting to where I do not even like level 3. All that grammar, and it's so abstract. You know what I'm saying? It's like
it is. It just takes practice. Yeah.
And what did I do this morning? Last. And trying to show yesterday, even with arrows and words.
Yes.
And it's just, I've gotten to where I just do not like level 3.
They'll say they understand it, but a lot of times they don't.
They don't.
What did you do yesterday? They just think, what did you do?
Yeah,
and
it's raining.
Answer.
It's raining outside. Okay. You know. But
that's where it helps to have a seasoned teacher, though, to know that they don't really understand. Like when you're new, you think they understand, but as you go along, you realize, okay, these kids don't really know what yesterday is.
Well, I know, and I think part of the problem is, and someone had said it in another one of their videos or something, to not worry so much about like the actual rules of the grammar, because they're going to get that in their actual Chinese school, but you're just there to get them the sentence structure and how the words should sound in the sentences. And see, I think I get wrapped up in the rules, of what it's supposed to be, and it's like, how do I teach that when
Well, the thing is, I always tell people, you're not really, you are a teacher, but you're not teaching. You are like facilitating their fluency is what you're doing. Is facilitating their fluency so that they can speak it.
And if I can remember that and keep that in my head, I think it would go better. But I just want them to know it. You really want them to. You want to see them like, and I love when they correct themselves. They go, oh, no. And then they, repeat it again, or they scribble something out. No, and fix it. So that's nice.
Laura says they need to teach days of the week before beginning yesterday. That's true.
You think?
Yeah. And it's funny because sometimes the kids, they don't realize that it's morning here and night there.
Yeah.
And I love being the first one to tell them that.
Tell them. I know.
Like,
they're like,
what? And then I show them out my window. And
they always laugh. They're like, I know. That's like the little thing you were going to ask me about props, since we're speaking about things that like makes them bright. The heart thing. Who did was it Mindy or
Erin did a really good video about that.
Yeah, where she throws up the heart. When they give you the hearts on the screen, and they're like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then she throws up the heart and you catch it.
Yeah, I think that was Erin.
Yeah, and you're like,
that was awesome.
I love that. And they were talking about how they're just like, and
I always go like this because I always forget to have a heart. I always say, thank you for the hearts.
Yeah, they love it.
VIPKID, what are we going to do? Give me some tokens for all these hearts I'm getting.
Right? I would have a lot of tokens. I don't understand that whole token thing. There's some token thing they're doing right now that I'm like, what? Something with
I learned way back at the beginning, like, if you do 15 extra classes, you get 35 cents, or maybe even less than that. I'm like, forget it.
No thanks.
It takes too much time to figure out.
I know. I think before my tokens expire, I'm just going to give them all to the rural project or whatever.
Oh. I'll probably When I first started, that you could do like 500 tokens, you could get like a $25 gift card to Amazon or something.
Yeah.
That was worth it, I thought. So I did get a couple Amazon cards, or maybe it's a $5. It wasn't much,
I think it was
but at
5.
least it was something.
Yeah, that's true.
But, you know, then they came out with the rural thing, and then you're like, now I feel selfish because I'm getting myself something.
Well, the one guy with the Mexican hat,
Yes,
um,
Andrew. Yeah.
yeah, I was watching something of his the other day, and then someone also mentioned the fact that the token store is closed. And so I think it was him, maybe it was somebody else was saying that it's probably just going away. I don't know, maybe
Oh,
it's
really? I thought it
or
was closed
something.
because of COVID.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess if they're making the stuff in China
Yeah.
and getting
Well,
it
the
back.
thing is, well, Andrew, you know, I was going to mention if you watched his videos because he's a runner too. You probably know that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he always gives like a little health tip or
Yeah.
whatever, you know.
Well, when he first started putting out videos, I know Kelly started watching him right away too. I messaged him and I said, that hat is weird. But I was kind of meaning it as a compliment because I had seen it a few times before I actually clicked on his video.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I've just got to check this guy out because his hat
Yeah,
is weird.
I know.
But I don't know if he watches anybody else's videos. That's what I appreciate Tim that he's like getting involved with other people. I think
Yeah.
that's awesome
Yeah.
because some people just want you to watch their videos, but they don't go around and watch.
They don't go around and watch. And I have nothing. I am not tech savvy or
You're
any.
not tech savvy at all.
No, and so I do have, obviously I have my little YouTube channel so I can subscribe and all that to everybody and watch. But you know, I don't do any videos or anything like that. But it's funny watching all of y'all's videos. Like I'll be doing something like, what was I doing the other day? Oh, I was in the kitchen and I was putting together a smoothie and I was chopping and, you know, peeling and doing all this stuff. I'm like, man, I should put this on YouTube. And then I'm like, what are you thinking?
Yeah, there you go.
Like, nobody
And
cares.
you know, I need to correct myself because I do know that Andrew does watch some people's videos. I don't know if he watched any of mine, but yeah, because he does give shout outs. I remember he gave Elon a shout out. Sorry, I'm stand corrected.
It's got to be time consuming though, because everybody edits and they do the little my website is right here and here's my I can't even point right. Here's my name and you know, and they have all these pop-ups and I'm like,
I don't know how to do a lot of that stuff.
I think I would just
learn one thing at a time.
Put it on there.
And some people have gone to Nancy Taylor's course and she must teach them all how to do that.
How to do all that stuff.
I kind of wished I had because I was so busy doing school. And then she did like a payment plan. I could have totally done that. But
yeah.
I was going to, and then I decided not to because I figured she's not going to make me that much better of like you have to put time into it. Like she can't do it for you.
Right.
You have to put the time into it. And I wasn't thinking I had the time, you know, to work on what she told me to do. It's kind of like learning an instrument. You know, you can go every week to your teacher, but unless you practice, you're not going to get better.
Yeah, I feel like I just don't have time. I mean, granted, it's just pre-K, they say, but I mean, we have lesson plans.
Oh, yeah.
Standards to post and we have conferences and reports. And so I don't really have time to do, you know, a YouTube channel.
I think they make it way too much work for pre-K. Like that's
way too much. Too much.
It's just crazy.
Yeah.
So kids just need a simple lesson. Like it doesn't have to be, you know, over the top. Just love and care.
Though I know, and that's going to be hard going back too, because if they're like, you know, you have to stay away, and these kids and me, I love to hug the kids, and you know, and then the first few days, the criers, what am I supposed to do? Just let them cry in the corner? I usually pick them up.
It's going to be worse because they've probably been even closer to their families.
Yep.
Yeah, my heart goes out to the kids. That's what I am champion for the kids, like because the kids don't deserve this, you know, like The kids don't
Yeah.
deserve to be
They
treated
are
like the
ready to
plague.
go back.
They're not even getting the virus. What
I
are we
know.
doing?
I know. Now,
Don't
I
get
love
me
being
started.
home. I love being home. Don't get me wrong,
Yeah.
but I know everybody's
Well,
ready to get back.
that's a blessing that people like you want to keep helping the kids because, some people can't,
Right.
and you could easily just stay home and do your own
Yeah.
thing, and I'm sure you'd be
Mhm.
fine, but you
Yep.
care. So that's what makes our country so great. So, what's your favorite prop? Is it the heart?
I think my heart, yeah, I do love the heart, and I think I have the standards. I have what everybody has, the pizza and the ice cream and, the emoji, faces and things like that. But I think that my heart is my favorite because because most all the kids give you hearts, they really do. Like the level threes, not so much. I do have a couple boys that do, but, um, I think the hearts, and then I love my Slinky helps a lot.
Oh, that's a good one. I don't
When
have a
you
slink.
when you want a full sentence, someone
Oh, yeah.
none of
Uh-huh.
these are original ideas. So these are all
Right.
stuff I've been watching. But you say full sentence, please. Full sentence, please, and you just kind of sling it out. And then some of the kids are like, full sentence, and then they say, the bird is blue or whatever they say. But yeah, so I like my Slinky because it kind of shows that you want something, long,
That's great.
But
So, what do you think that your strength of a teacher, what would you say your strength is as a teacher?
um, I don't know personally what mine is, but everybody tells me, and over the years, that you are so patient. You are so loving, So I guess my strength is patience. They're like, I don't know how you do it, and other teachers will walk down the hall and just kind of look at me and shake their head like, oh, we feel sorry for you, but I just kind of go along,
Good.
I just kind of go with the flow. So I think patience.
Probably over there. Yeah, that's my son. It's like he's going to use my car for like the rest of the day. So he's home from college. This one was in South Carolina.
Oh,
So
okay. Yeah.
yeah, so he's got it. He had a job landscaping, and evidently that one's ending. So he's got to find a new job.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, so
How's
he's
school?
home. Well, yeah, he actually could do that, couldn't he? But I don't think I tell my kids and my family, like I've told my sister and different people to
Hmm.
try it. But I think as VIPKID teachers, it seems so easy to us.
Yeah.
To other teachers, it would be a lot harder because they're not used to all the computer stuff.
Right. Right.
So it's a little harder for them to think about.
Think about doing it.
Um,
And they never want to do what the grown-ups are doing. They want to do their own thing.
yeah, I'm trying to think if that's my new card or is that my new card? Okay. Yeah, I'll text you the password. He wants my credit card.
Oh, oh boy.
Oh, and gas. Okay. I'm not used to having money actually. I've never had money ever since the kids. Like it's my own money and I just kind of protect it, but I know if I don't, it'll be going awfully fast.
Going
It goes
fast. Yeah.
faster than you blink.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
So
you have a big family. My entire family, with cousins, aunts, uncles, like the people who get together at Christmas and, 4th of July and all that, there are 15 of us.
wow. Okay,
With
yeah.
all the
Well,
extras.
the thing is, even for my kids having so many, I have lived on a low budget, like
Yeah.
low budget. So I don't spend money. We rely on gifts. Like people give us a bag of clothes. We go through all of it, pick a few things.
Yeah.
We do hand-me-downs all the time. Craigslist. We hardly ever
Yep.
buy anything new. If we don't have money for gas, we don't go anywhere. Like we do credit cards and like he has my debit card, not my credit card.
Yeah.
So, we live on what we make and stuff.
Yeah.
So
You were like, another, was it a washer or dryer or something? You're like, well, we have one, but we'll take another one in case that one breaks. I remember
Yeah.
did something,
Yeah, we had, I think it was a dryer at that time
and
because
you
I
had like
can't
2 or
remember what
3
it was.
dryers because you're like,
Yeah.
"Yep, we'll take it."
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I had like 3 dryers at one time,
Yeah.
and then like when one breaks, and we'll put the other one in
Yep.
place. But this time, I did took my VIP kid money, bought a brand new washing machine
Mm.
because our other one broke, and then we had some problems. We were going to the laundromat for like a year. Every week, my husband was getting up early because I was so frustrated trying to keep up with everything and go to the laundromat that
Mhm.
I lost it a few times, which was good because my husband, he's an early bird. So he just got up on Saturdays and took all the laundry and went to and it was hilarious because he met other people there at the same time. So like he would get there at like, say 7:30. This other couple would get there at
Normal,
7:30. They
yeah,
want the
the
same
regulars.
machines. So
Yeah.
then he would try to go at 7 and the other couple went at 7. Oh, shoot.
Well,
Oh, we
that's
had 60
like,
minutes.
I think so.
Okay, we're back.
Okay.
Sorry, I don't know what happened. It just kind of like, it might be my internet, or maybe it might be when my kids sign on to something or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it was just so funny to hear his stories of going to the laundromat because he's never done it before.
It's like the seats in church, like, "Don't take my seat."
Yeah, it was hilarious. So, but
Yeah.
I was so glad that I was able to, you know, get a whole new washing machine
Yeah.
instead of getting something used. I said, let's just go get a new one.
Get a new one. Yeah.
Yeah, and when this dryer goes, I think I'll get a new dryer too.
Yeah.
So that's a novelty. Like I'm not used to that, but that's okay. Like that was our choice. It wasn't because I couldn't do anything else. It was what we chose to do.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
yeah, so we just chose to
Keep
live
it simple.
a whole different life
Yeah.
than most people.
Nothing wrong with that. That's what we do not keep up with the Joneses. Our cars are paid for, and he can work on cars. So if something breaks and he can fix it, he'll fix it. And I mean, he can fix everything. Like I
That's
give him the
awesome.
weirdest stuff to fix, and he's like, "Oh, I got it," and it's fixed magically.
Oh, we had the funniest. My husband can fix anything pretty much. How do you teach the aw sound at VIPKID? How do you teach the AU sound? Laura's asking.
The A.
AU.
I don't think I've had to do
Aw?
that yet.
Are you saying aw like
Like what
AW?
word? Like what word would it be in?
Like I'm thinking of like, because maybe they can't say that. Thank you both so much. I am all about frugal. I have no other choice. Yeah.
I'm frugal.
I always told people that my husband works and my job is to try not to spend money,
Just
you
be,
know, to
yeah,
be as frugal as possible. And, whether that's shopping at the grocery store or everything, like even down to like when I do my wash, if it's a nice day, I'll hang my towels on the line.
mm-hmm.
And I do have ropes in the basement. I'll hang the towels. And then when they're mostly dry, then I put them in the dryer to fluff them up. So I tell my kids that saves money on electricity. So little things like that to
Yeah,
kind of help.
yeah.
And when your kids want to use towels, like every time you put the stack of towels, it's gone in one day.
Oh my God, I
And
would
so
die.
you're
Oh,
like, yeah, you're like, seriously, this is
oh my
not
gosh.
practical.
Oh my gosh,
But once
that's
they put them
crazy.
all over the floor, you have to wash them.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I would have monogram towels for all the kids, and it's like, if it's on the floor, we're gonna pick it up, and you're gonna
Oh,
use it
so
again.
yeah, and that's what I
Everybody
try to
knows
tell
our
them.
towel.
Yeah, that's how I grew up, and that's how like I lived in college in a dorm,
Mhm.
and you couldn't wash your clothes every single day. So
No,
you would just hang up your towel, otherwise it would get moldy in the bag. So I
yeah,
just I don't know. I was just, my mother, she's very prim and proper and everything, but she taught me how to do certain things. And I think part of it is just part of who I am. I'm just very frugal
Yeah.
and non-wasteful and like, I don't get pulled in by people's awesome stuff, even though I
Oh,
like it. I'll just go to your house and use it. I have a couple friends with nice pools and
yeah.
stuff.
Well, I'll wait for the invite. You have the pool. Now we did splurge on a boat. We did buy a boat.
Nice.
And we bought a camper. But the boat, he researched and researched and researched, and we got a fantastic deal on a boat. And then we got a camper. But the camper is stationary. We don't drive it around. It stays at a lake. And we just sort of ran into some people, not literally ran into them, but we ran into some people when we were boating one day on this lake. And they happened to tell us that there were 3 campers for sale in their at their campground. They were all being sold by the same family because they were all getting out. Somebody got sick or whatever. And so we went and looked at it, and we offered them lower. It was already dirt cheap. Like, I mean, it was dirt cheap. We could not pass it up because he could pay cash for it. So
awesome.
He wrote him a check, and they
because you didn't use all his credit cards and take all his money, so
right.
he had to.
Yeah. So, but he's like that, you know. If he cannot pay cash for something, he's safe.
Oh, that's awesome.
And then, you know, because we just don't want to get into that. So we do have a boat and a camper, and that's our splurge. But we don't have any kids, and you know, the house is almost paid for. So, you know, we just
we live like kitty corner to a lake, but my husband's not really that into fishing. He's not that into boating. So we've lived here for almost 20 years. And last year, some guy at his work got a canoe given to him. And he's like, well, if I bring this one home, I'm going to have to get rid of one of the other ones I have. And my husband's like, I'll take it.
Yeah.
So last year we got a canoe for free. And we went on the canoe. We should do that today. Today's our anniversary. We went on the lake.
Anniversary.
Thank you. We went on the lake last year for the first time. And it was awesome. We loved it.
Do that today.
But we have to put the canoe in the van and then drive it a little ways. So but it's only like a half a mile.
Yeah.
So Laura's saying it's her name, Laura. Oh, she said I'm Southern. I'm messing with you.
Laura.
I don't know how you say. How do you say Laura?
Laura. I say Laura.
Laura.
I do have a friend that's Lara, Lara.
Oh, okay.
I have an Lara friend, but for Laura, I just say Laura.
When I was young, I could always tell where someone was from by how they said my name. Okay. The VIPKID teachers it correctly. Laura.
Oh, is that what it is? Laura.
I guess it's how your mother says it, right? Laura. Okay.
Yeah, I say Laura, but.
Okay. Well, I think we covered almost everything.
I think so.
You said you have a channel, but you haven't made any videos yet.
No, I just have it to watch other people's. And so I can subscribe and like and ding the bell and all those things.
And come to the lives. Well, we need people like that. That's awesome.
I always miss your lives because I run on Saturdays.
Right.
And I don't usually get home in time. So I'll try to put them on my phone. And usually on Saturdays, right after my runs, I'll go do all my errands that I have to do.
Right.
And then I come home so I don't have to leave again.
Right. But I think it's amazing. I think it's amazing how YouTube can actually. I think that you live in Georgia, I live in New Hampshire, and I think if we were neighbors, we'd be really good friends.
I know. I like. I
think that's so cool.
I like this little group, and I thought, gosh, you feel weird like jumping into groups and stuff and commenting because you're like they're gonna think I'm a stalker or whatever. But once you kind of get in, you get to know people, and
if you watch enough videos, you really see that the real person, which is kind of cool. Yeah. But I told my husband we're going to Georgia in August, and my daughter said that they at first they were limiting the amount of people that could go to the wedding, and now they opened it up. She's outside of Atlanta. I don't remember the name of the town.
Yeah.
So I said, I have friends all the way down the East Coast. We're going to have to meet up with some of my friends. And he's like, I have friends too. Maybe there's stuff I want to do. I'm like, who's your friend?
Who's your friend?
He does have friends, but his idea of friends and mine are kind of different.
Well, you'll have to text me when you get down, and I mean, you don't have to. I can just come up real quick and be like, "Hi," and then and
well,
leave.
we're renting an Airbnb for everyone, so you'll have to come and see us there.
Oh wow! Oh my god!
And then what's in Georgia stays in Georgia.
Yeah, okay. That'll be my first video. Guess what?
If you've seen one video, I said I never really wanted to be on TV, but I'm a little bit more okay now being like, I always wanted my kids to be somewhat private. Like, I want them to grow up as a normal kid, not like in the spotlight, So,
well, I'm meeting Casey this weekend.
Oh, you lucky that.
We're going to a Jeep show in Panama City. So,
cool.
So I guess we're going to try to get together on Saturday.
Okay.
And someone else, she said, I don't remember who she had.
You'll have to do like a friend interview, like a personal meetup, at least a short one.
Yeah, that's what we were going to do. I was like, it's okay if you say no, because I know the whole COVID thing, different people have different things on it or whatever. I said, I can wear my mask, I'll be fine, or I can just drive by your house and wave from my car, So she said, no, we'll get together. So
yeah,
have coffee.
So here's Evelyn. Evelyn showed up. She lost track of time.
Hi, Evelyn.
So yeah, so I think and Kelly's premiere is at 12, so everybody can go. I'm gonna go, and I'm going to be working on my pool today, so you guys can pray for me. My husband, there's like an outlet that the water comes in and it goes into the pool from the pump and everything, and he was getting a hacksaw to cut the thing off, and in the nick of time, I figured out how it screws together. And I'm like, I wished we had that on video. It was so funny. Because he had gone to get something. I'm like, what is he doing? And I'm sitting here trying to figure it out. I love to figure out how to fix things. And I'm trying to figure it out. And just as he came with the hacksaw, I figured it out. I'm like, look, it screws right here. Just unscrew it. You don't have to cut it off.
Oh my gosh.
It was so funny. But he usually fixes everything, but he'll either run for the duct tape or the hacksaw, and then I know I need to intervene at some point.
Duct tape will fix everything.
So that's what I'm going to be doing. And I'm trying to make a video about it, but I'm telling you, it's a lot harder than you think to remember. When you're in the middle of something, to remember, I got to take a picture. I have to take a picture.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to practice. I have my first out school class today.
Okay.
2 classes tomorrow. So I'm going to just kind of do a little quick run through just to check on my timing. They're 3 years old, so I'm not going to try to be too serious about it and just have fun. But I need to make sure. I did it one time before. My timing was okay. So I'm going to try to do a little practice.
Oh, good. Oh, well, I can't wait to hear how it goes.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much. It was so fun. I don't want to say goodbye. I don't want to say goodbye. Well, we'll have to talk again.
I'm like Casey. I can talk for hours.
Yeah. Good.
All right.
Well, I will see you. See you next time. Okay. Bye-bye. Bye, everyone. Thank you for coming.
Bye.